Hello, everyone. Trey, Lyle, Dalton, Hopkins, Frontstretch.com, standing in front of the race-winning hauler for Christian Eckes, getting his second win of the season here in the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. And for Christian, he was really the fastest truck all night. Had to deal with some late race restarts, but ultimately it was between him, William Byron, Corey Heim at some points. But Eckes had a pretty fairly dominant win considering what went on tonight.
You almost kind of have to forget about it with everything else going on elsewhere in the field. But yeah, Christian Eckes was the class of the field tonight. There was no doubt about it. It is amazing to watch how much that McAnally team has grown with Eckes now in that truck. And Jake Garcia actually looked great too, running up in the top 5 as well. So another wonderful performance for both of the trucks. Of course, in the end, he still gets the win. But second win of 2023 for Christian Eckes. That team's on a roll. I dare say it might even be championship caliber come later on this year.
Yeah, really, only him and Zane Smith with multiple wins this year. Speaking of, we touched on a little bit, late race restarts continue to be a theme of the Truck Series. This race went to double overtime, was like a couple hundred feet from going into triple overtime. Race ends under caution here. Restarts were crazy. It seemed like the outside lane would stack up a lot in those restarts, but it was managing those restarts. You look at Stuart Friesen getting second. It was really because he managed restarts well. Restarts continue to be a theme for the Truck Series.
Yeah, restarts and chaos, restarts and crashes over and over and over again. And what's so funny is that early on in the race tonight, we were both talking why has there been no cautions so far? It's really quiet. And then we had one spin, and then one spin turned into 2 cars crashing, then 3 trucks crashing, and then just chaos after that. A lot of drivers frustrated. Heard from Tyler Ankrum after the race upset with Nick Sanchez. And then I'm sure there's a lot of other drivers that are upset with other drivers, but common theme of the Truck Series continues here tonight.
Yeah, before those late race restarts, it was looking like Rajah Caruth might get a win. He was the fastest truck at the end of that race before the late race restarts. It kind of bottled him up. It was going to be a 3-way dance between Eckes, Byron, and Caruth, who seemed to find a lot of great speed, but ultimately gets his first top 10, a result he needs. But you talked to him post-race. He's got to feel pretty good about the result. I believe 6th place finish.
You'd be surprised. He actually did. I mean, he felt it's kind of bittersweet for Rajah because he knew that he had a shot at maybe even winning the race. He was running them down, and he even said, he's like, yeah, I had a shot. He was running them down in the end of the race, but unfortunately just didn't end up the way that penultimate restart that occurred kind of set him back, and of course he had to settle for a 6th place finish. But talked to his crew chief afterwards, and he said, look, this kid he said he keeps telling me the same thing over. He says the same thing to everybody else about Rajah. He'd jump in a foxhole with him. And I love that quote so much. And that really just goes to show that how much they care about Rajah, how much they believe in him. And he's showing improvement time and time again. Last weekend was running really well, had that incident with Ty Majeski. This weekend, running really well again, gets a top 10. What happens at Wilkesboro now?
We will see for that. We'll have coverage all weekend here at Pit Lane ALT, at Trey Lyle VT here at Darlington during Throwback Weekend.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.